my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. See you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Oh, I want to see you. See you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you.
All right. If everyone wants to even now squeeze in even closer, and then we can actually kind of bring people, you know, stand kind of around the edges and kind of up towards the center, and yeah, just try to get everyone kind of, you know, as far in here so they can see as possible. Ready?
My Savior,
all of my days, I want to praise the wonders of your mighty love. My heart.
majesty, praise to the King. Mountains bow down and the seas will roar at the sound of your name. I sing for joy at the works of your hands. Forever I'll love you, forever I'll stand. Nothing compares
I'm an old man now, can't do nothing. Young folks don't pay me no mind, but in my day I sure was something. Before I felt the heavy hands of time, now I'll make my way across the fields of cotton and wade through muddy waters one last time. And in my dreams I come out clean, and I reach the other side, whistle with the sunset, where rainbows never die. I'm an old man now, bound for glory. Time to lay these burdens down. Had enough of this old world of worry. Gonna trade my troubles for a crown, and I will make my way across the fields of cotton and wade through muddy waters one last time. And in my dreams I come out clean, and I reach the other side, whistle with the sunset, where rainbows never die. I've got one last thing to do, one more ride before I'm through, casting off these earthly chains, go where there's no more pain. And I will make my way across the fields of cotton and wade through muddy waters one last time. And in my dreams I come out clean, when I reach the other side, whistle with the sunset, where rainbows never die. I'm an old man now, bound for glory. Time to lay these burdens down. Because the same. This is my dad's nephew Samuel, but he knew him as Uncle Bubba. This is Tiffany right here. This is my dad's niece, but she knew him as Uncle Bubba.
Don't forget Uncle Becky.
Walking around these walls, I thought by now they'd fall, but you never failed me yet. Waiting for change to come, knowing the battle's won. For you never failed me yet. The promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. Still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail me yet. I know the night won't last. Your word will come to pass. My heart will sing your praise again. Jesus, you're still leading now. You keep me within your love. My heart will sing your praise again. Promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. Still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail me yet. Seen you move the mountains, and I promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. Still in your hands, this is my confidence. You never fail me, yeah.
Can I get Pat and Jeff and Bo? I keep saying Jeff, and he keeps looking at me like, go, no, I'm trying to get Jeff up here to play guitar. You come here anyway. Kind of at a loss today. There's so many people here that love the man so much, and I don't know that I've ever known that a man could love this many people, but I could tell a story about every single person in this room. And I looked out here and he loved all y'all so much. I mean, every single one of y'all. And I mean, oh man, we had some fun with this guy. And I think everyone here probably laughed until they cried at least one with this man, you know. And this has always been a little bit of an anthem for Dad. And it's kind of modern day I'll Fly Away, you know, and it's anyone that knew my dad knew that he was about freedom and being free from the power of sin and death and all the above. And that being the case, you know, this is a celebration, and we're going to celebrate his life, and it's a lot to celebrate. Yeah.
Praise God, everybody. I'm glad to see y'all this morning. Everybody, we're worshiping in the Spirit right now. We're praising God. We're being a part of the same ministry that Dave Johnson stood for, and that was in God. You understand, it wasn't about the politics. It was about God. so badly. 'Cause Lord knows I'm to blame. And if I stayed here with you, girl, things just wouldn't be the same. For I'm as free as a bird, and this bird you cannot change. And this bird you cannot change. And this bird you cannot change. Lord knows I can't change. Lord, I can't change. Won't you fly free bird? Yeah. Go ahead, Jeff.
it, Johnson, come on!
Praise God, gal. We're just celebrating life, okay? Hey, I know. My father talked to multiple people all the time because I was beside him talking when he was, I talked to this guy, I talked to that guy, I talked to that guy. I couldn't even keep up with how many people he was on the phone with. But I know that anybody, I said this yesterday, anybody would have been there beside him. And I know that I would have been there beside him. Praise. And you know what? He wanted everybody to know that everything he had was only love. And that God only has love for us. And you know what? I'm not gonna let anybody say that God is not with my father still.
Turn it over to Jeff. Finally, this Jeff.
Wow. Is that incredible or what?
Wes is saying he trimmed it.
Trimmed the bushes for.
Give him the knife.
When you cut the top, next time. You cut the top of the bushes off outside your house. It looks terrible for a while. Then all of a sudden, the green sprouts come up. And it's more greener than the rest of the plant.
Amen.
That's what he did for us. Look at all these people here. He gave us more life. I would never get up there and do this. He gave me more life. Like the old farmer. He went out and planted the seed. He had 2 acres to do. He planted. It took him 3 weeks to plant that whole acre. He never once went back and dug that first seed up to see if it was doing anything. Dan knew it was going to grow. He knew it was going to grow.
Amen.
He gave us all life. And he wasn't my pastor. He wasn't just my pastor. He was my dad. He was my brother I never had. And my friend. And I love him so much. And he's still here today.
He was my son.
You know, it's really a tough thing. And my name's Jeff, by the way. I'm a friend of the family. And Rebecca asked me if I would help out today, say a few words, and she said, you know, you just let the Spirit guide you. And I said, that's great, because I left my notes at home, so it kind of worked out. So everything I was going to say is out the window. But looking around, things that come to mind, you know, it's a tough time. There's no easy things to say, and I wish I could, you know, say some words and, you know, make the pain go away, but I can't. But the one thing I can say is that there is hope, and I'm looking at it.
Amen.
And I'm really looking at it right here. And I want to say this as well, you know, where we go from here, it's up to you. You know, Dan's legacy is you. It's what you make of it. It's what you make of your life, how you share your faith. And, you know, I got a million stories, but I just wanted a quick testimony. You know, Rebecca asked me to say a few words, and, you know, Dan said, yeah, just keep it short there. I'm like, all right, man. But I've known Dan Johnson since 1987 or 88. I met him, was it before he got married? He was an evangelist, and of course I grew up in Fern Creek, and like a lot of Creekers, we were a little bit on the wild side. And, you know, we needed some, just a little bit. They think kids are wild today. I'm like, well, I don't know. You hear some stories. I'm like, they wouldn't believe the trouble we got in. But, you know, you come to a point in your life where you're searching. You're either going to get on with your life, you're going to go to jail, or you're going to end up dead. And, you know, we were kind of at that point in our lives. We went to a little church over in Smyrna, and this Pastor D.A. Johnson was preaching. And he preached, and he took the time to reach out to us, and he actually prayed over us. And I never forgot that. And I wouldn't be standing here today if not. I definitely wouldn't have got into politics, I'll tell you that. But I felt that righteous zeal, and that's what our man felt. And you got to have it in your heart. But you know what? You have to honor his legacy as well. And I know there's some hurt feelings. And I know we have because, you know, I wanted to go scorched earth, and, you know, I wanted hell to pay. I felt like it was wrong. But we're bigger people than that. And we're going to carry his legacy forward. And we're going to carry this church forward, and we're going to support your family, and we're going to support Rebecca. And that is our testimony. And that's how we represent this man here. So that was just what I had to say. I'm going to help moderate today, and I would like for some of the families to come up, Gary Fry and Jerry Johnson and you know, Teresa Barrett and Rita Stuckey. Can you all come on up? We're going to have the families say a few words.
I want to say God bless everyone here this morning. And right now I'm doing something that I told myself over and over that I wouldn't do because I didn't know how well I could handle it. But the Lord's going to give me strength to get through it. And another thing that encouraged me, I know Danny's not here this morning, but he is. I see so much that's left in his family. So much left in these singers that's up here. Sarah, Judah, Boaz, Danielle, Becky. Yeah, his wife. Yeah, he left some of himself in Becky. And I'll tell you something else. He left some of himself in you church members as well. I can see it and I can feel it. Danny loved each one of them. He loved all his friends, and that was many. And Danny was such a good boy. I could talk all day, but I'm not. I'm going to say a few words. We got a busy schedule, but I'm going to say this. He thought a lot of his representatives that he worked with in state government. And Danny was a good representative, regardless of what some may say. Don't believe it. He was a good one. He had his heart for y'all. I talk with Danny weekly, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. He loved y'all, and he loved the state of Kentucky. And he tried to do what he could for the best of Kentucky. And I'll tell you what, we don't have answers. I ain't going to get into that. But if he had been around longer, I think we would have seen many changes in our state government in Kentucky. Because he had a lot of good dreams and ideas, and we perished without a dream. But Danny was full of them. And I'll tell you what, I'm just so thankful to see Judah and Boaz and Danielle and Sarah doing this work for God and giving praise to the Lord. That's what Danny was about. I want to thank every one of you for what y'all did to contribute to Danny and Rebecca's work. And I thank you very much for it.
The word said, bring them up in the way they should go. Yes, and when they're old, they won't depart from it. He was brought up in the way. He loved the Lord. And I'm so thankful to be his mother.
Thank you all. I feel so much love in this room. And we've been here since Thursday, and Rebecca, it's just been love. It's been a love feast. And thank you all. We feel that. We felt your prayers. And I just wanted to say something. So, I'm Teresa. I'm his elder. All right. His older. He used to say little sister, but anyway, we were both his little sisters. And anyway, we've made so many trips. I'm just going to say this real quick, Jody, because you referred to it yesterday, the day that you found a father, was at the tent revival. And I can't remember what year that was, Rebecca. 93, we came up here, and he was holding a tent revival, y'all were, and had a horse trough to do baptisms in. And Buddy and I came up, and you know, it was something huge changed in our lives. You know, we've been in church all of our lives, but there was a deeper love that just ignited in this heart of fire. And it caught us on fire. And so for every 6 weeks, we couldn't go without being here. See, every 6 weeks, do you children remember that? We made trips every 6 weeks because we thought this was the only place that God was right then. We didn't know we could carry it with us, you know. And so we brought our kids. We'd leave out on Friday and stay the weekend and get home. I'm not kidding y'all. We would drive home Monday morning, get back at 6 a.m. Monday morning and go to work at 8 o'clock. We did that every 6 weeks for months and months and months. We just made a trip up here in October, and it was wonderful. We're so thankful we got to be here then. But when Dan was here, this is before he met our sweet sister, he was alone, and he was living in Kentucky Towers. And my husband and I were and my sister, brother-in-law, we were all really concerned about him. And we heard he was doing some dangerous things. Can y'all imagine that? And anyway, so we came up here to check on him. It was the week of Thanksgiving, and it had snowed, and it was really cold. And he told my husband, he said, well, I got to go out tonight. Do you want to go with me? And he said, well, sure. Where are we going? He said, well, there's people that are cold in this city, and I've got blankets. And so I'm a nurse, and back then, y'all may remember this in the 80s, but Every night on the nightly news, AIDS was such a big story and an epidemic that they would give the death toll, a rolling death toll, every night on the nightly news. And Danny said there's people with AIDS that have been outcast, and there's people that are cold, that are living under the bridges, and I've got blankets. And so my husband and him went out, and they didn't come back until daybreak. And he said, Teresa, he said, man, he said, he's doing some dangerous stuff. He said there was knives pulled on him, there were gangs, there were just different ones, but Dan didn't care. Listen, he didn't ask them, and I'm not trying to get political, but I'm just going to tell y'all. He didn't ask them, and I told a reporter this, he didn't ask them, are you a Democrat or a Republican, before he handed them a blanket. He didn't ask them, he was colorblind, are you black, are you white? He didn't ask them, are you a gay, are you a lesbian? How did you get AIDS? He didn't ask that question. He didn't ask them if they were a believer or a Christian. He just handed them a blanket, and he prayed for them, and he gave them love. And that was my Danny Johnson.
Well, I had the privilege of being his brother-in-law, and we loved each other. I always tried my best to get Dan not to be so brash. He was just one of those guys.